Hello! Today, in this video, I've got two friends with me. We have Mike, our American teacher for today.
American teacher Mike.
That's right. And then we have
Rupa Sensei,
our Australian teacher today. So great opportunity. American speaker, British speaker, Australian speaker. And today we are going to be talking about drinking culture in each of our countries. Drinking culture and a little bit about food as well.
Right.
Now, the reason why I wanted to bring up this topic is because, as you know, in the UK, we do like a drink. It is a big part of our culture. And I think it's good to introduce what the differences are.
get on the piss.
To get on the piss. That's right. Great phrase immediately.
It sounds terrible. Get on the piss sounds like you're stepping in urine.
Yeah, hopefully we're not doing that.
I hope so.
That happens after the drinking, right?
There we go. I went back to England recently, and what I noticed was that if we wanted to meet a friend, we don't necessarily go to a coffee shop, in my opinion.
Right.
I would meet my friends in the pub to have a chat to them. So I wondered if it was a bit different for you guys. What do you do when you meet your friends? And when we go for a drink, we might have a couple, like a couple is like three,
Yeah.
2 or 3,
3 or 4.
4 or 5.
Starts as 1, right? And then you end up having 10.
I wanted to know
Take
what
it
it
easy.
is for you guys. So
Yeah.
we'll start with you, Mike. What do you
I think
think?
we'll go to their house. I think we go to people's houses way more. You might drink at their house, but for the most part, I don't remember the last time I said, "Oh, let's go to meet up at the bar."
Really?
Definitely, yeah.
So what is the purpose of going to a bar for you guys?
To get alcohol. Remember, because I'm from New York City, so it's a bit expensive to go to the bar. Like it's $10 for like a normal 10 to 15. I mean, I'm now $15 a
Getting
drink.
expensive, man. Yeah.
You take 3 drinks now, you're $60. Like, and I don't even mean that as
$10 a drink, wasn't it?
Well, in New York City, you. I think I remember I used to drink Long Island's. They were the cheapest at that time. It was $10 for a Long Island. That was the cheapest one. If you're doing a martini or something with like real alcohol, you coming out. So most people go to people's houses, definitely. You bring a 6-pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
A bottle of wine or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so in Australia. We've got a lot of what's called pre-game culture, which I think is more of a Western thing. So yeah, probably in your guys' countries.
Yeah, just to save some money, right? You
Exactly,
pregame, right?
yeah. Especially when I was in uni, you don't have so much money to blow on a night out.
Totally.
So you would just go to a friend's house, cheap bottle of wine or a wine sack. We call it a goon sack. And that would get you drunk.
Wait.
Goon sack.
What is a wine sack?
We call it a goon sack.
Is it in a box wine? Is that
Box
It's
wine.
a box wine, but instead we take it out of the box and it's like a foil bag. And we just carry around the foil bag.
You guys. And then that's when you put it in the shoe, right?
Yeah,
Afterwards?
no. What we do is we put it on a like a whirly, which is a clothesline. And we
Outside clothesline.
outside clothesline, and then we put on the pegs, and then we spin it around, and then whoever it lands on, you gotta chug it right off that.
So you guys have a good time. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
and it only costs you $4 for the whole goon sack.
Even as adults.
No, that's a uni thing.
yeah,
Call-
yeah,
okay,
the
sure,
uni party, or high school party if
For
you're
us, for high school, we had what was it called? Like we used to
jungle
give
juice.
juice or like something punch, and you would just get like a fish bowl. I mean, like a gallon of a fish tank. You just throw all the alcohol and mix it all together. It tastes like shit. You would get trashed after like 2 drinks. It's
That's what
strong,
they do
strong.
in Thailand. The buckets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to call it, in New York. We had same thing. We used to call them nutcrackers, and it was like when you order. I wonder if you order Chinese food, or
Yeah.
you bought like wonton soup or a noodle soup, and that plastic that it came with. You used to, this is before, but you used to like know a guy and he used to just make it. And they used to put like crazy drinks, and it was like $5 for this much for like the small
crazy.
size of the soup, and then $10 or $7 or whatever, I don't remember, for the big one. But one of them you would get trashed. I remember just drinking one on the train, and I remember just holding my face, and it took me like from my house to downtown, it was like 35-minute ride. Before I hit downtown, I remember looking at myself in the mirror, I was like,
I'm melting.
"Whoa." Yeah, it's like, what was in here? Like, it was just crazy. It was tasted so good. It was full of sugar.
Yeah. Hey, we've all been there.
So that's a good point, actually.
Pre-game.
Freshers. Do you have freshers?
Freshers. I don't know what that is.
Freshers week.
Freshers week.
Is that for new freshmen, right? I think you
For,
mentioned it.
for university, we call it Freshers
yeah,
Week,
yeah.
or Freshers. Sometimes 2 weeks these days in England. But it seems like we have a lot of drinking in the first week to get to know people in the UK, especially. Like it's well known, you drink a lot,
Yeah.
and then go clubbing or whatever. But do you have
That's
the
a
same
pre-game.
thing?
No, we have pre-game. I mean, what are you talking about?
We
Pre-gaming or-
do pre-game before freshers, but eat freshers. If there's a bar on site, it's usually quite cheap drinks anyway.
Yeah, the ones on campus, right?
Yeah, that's another thing that's different because we all live in Asia now, right?
Yeah,
Well, I went to university here as well. There's no bar on the campus. There was a McDonald's and a Starbucks. But back in Australia, there's a bar in the middle of the uni.
Same.
And I told all my Japanese friends about it. They were like shocked. They were like, what? You can drink alcohol before class? I'm like, we do that all the time.
My campus, like if you would say, like the campus was pretty big, but the main campus wasn't there. But literally across the street, once you get out the campus, is right there. Like, and if I'm not I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, when you dorm, you get a card, and you can use it for food. And it comes out, you get like a monthly allowance of food money.
Yeah?
I think you could have used that at the bar because they serve food. So technically, you could drink. I could be wrong, but yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah.
I didn't dorm, but
Do you have any memories from freshers, or are they all
we didn't
wiped
have
because
that.
you?
We didn't have freshers.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have that.
You don't have a.
Nah, we have freshman Friday. You get you're a freshman, so freshmen have to run home before they get beat up.
Because that's like the frat culture in America, right?
Well, if you're
What's that all
frat,
about?
that's
Because I
different.
don't understand any of that.
Different, yeah.
Frats is like, I mean, the initial concept of frat is like you have a
Fraternity,
fraternity. You have a brotherhood that you all went through the same challenges together, and then it should unify you. So we all did the same exact thing,
Right.
usually. Hazing is when you have to do something that is against your will. So you can overdrink, or like there's countless stories of crazy fraternities doing really crazy things. I was in a fraternity and we were pretty hazed. Like we had to do a couple. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Okay.
You're not supposed to. It sounds like the Masons.
Fight club.
Hey, well, when you hear it, I mean, some of the stuff is just like dumb, but other stuff was like really cool. It's something. It depends, because what happens with fraternities is you're supposed to all do the same thing, but different chapters have different things. So like if you go to this chapter when you're pledging, they kind of do something different.
Man, it's very technical, yeah? Very complicated.
So that's interesting, because actually we do. If you're part of a club of some sort, like a sports club, like I heard lots of stories about like rugby lads when they first join up, they have to like
A lot of shit. Some people have to do like, there's countless stories in America when people overdrink. Like they made the freshmen drink 10, 15, a 2 bottle. Like even if you think about it, depends on the proof, the bottle, how the alcohol content, right? We call it proof, right? Alcohol proof, whatever.
Yeah.
Percentage, right? Yeah. But and he has to drink a whole bottle by himself. You can die off that,
bro.
And there's
Alcohol
countless
poisoning.
stories, people, and and they're everybody's young. It's like kids telling kids what to do, right?
Well,
So-
I got a funny story linked to that. So when we'll go on to that in a second, but how about when you turned of age to drink? Did you do anything special? Because that's going to link in.
21 was trash. I think 21 was when I did that thing I told you that I went down to the city and I was like melting.
yeah.
I was trash, and then it was like everybody bought your drink, and it was like 12 people. I think I can't even remember. All I do is remember waking up, I think, in the toilet. I think it's such a thing to wake up feeling like it's like a graduation into, hey, I think you drink more responsibly after that. But
In England is 18?
18.
Same as Australia, yeah.
What's yours?
21.
21 in America, yeah.
So what was you like when you turned 18, or your first drink
mate.
anyway?
Well, actually, for me, I was more of a gambler, was my vice. So my 18th birthday, I spent like 24 hours in the casino.
Jesus
24
Christ.
hours.
No
Yeah,
windows.
so when I
crazy.
was a poker player, we would spend like 30 hours in the casino. Just
Doing what?
Just playing poker.
Losing money. That's
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes.
30 hours is crazy.
But yeah,
Jesus Christ.
just straight, just playing.
Was your gambling club one of those machines where you put like the 1p, 2p's in, they drop down, and the thing moves forward?
Oh, the slots.
No, but
Oh,
not
you're
a
talking
slot.
about the Japanese thing.
Oh,
You know this.
that you put
No,
in
no,
and
no,
like
no. Like you don't have that in America. Where
No,
you,
you're talking about
where you put in a penny and it drops down, and then it pushes the coins
were
forward.
playing. You were
I think I know,
literally
I
playing
know,
that in the
yeah, yeah.
supermarket in my station.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking
that's
about
true.
that.
Yeah, but that's a bit different. But this
But
is just
I've never been gambling. I've never
Yeah.
been gambling, so I don't know.
Really?
I've never gambled.
0.
Where we grew up, I mean, gambling, when you talk about gambling, it's something that, it's same as drugs in the 90s. It was like looked down upon. If you knew someone who gambled or did drugs, it was like on TV, don't do it. So
Yeah.
I grew up on the, say no. I'm not, my favorite commercial was like, he was like, "Come on, chicken, like do drugs," and the kid goes, "I'm not a chicken, you're a turkey." That's like my favorite line, and that's how it was. Gambling was like, no, you couldn't.
Wow.
Gambling was taught. It's in my DNA that you just go to lose.
Do you have fruit machines in the bars? Slot machines.
Bro, I went to. I mean, the dive bars probably have it, yeah, but
The
not
dive
really.
bars. So the bad places. But
No,
what's a
dive bars
what's
are
a dive
nah,
bar?
man. Like, when I was a kid, dive
Sounds
bars
like
was
a
like
dive. A dive is like a.
yeah, I know what you're saying, but like, well, we were talking about dive bars use the cheapest bars.
Yeah,
So
and you
I-
go bar hopping, right?
Yeah, and it's like, and it was the best place to be because everybody was there, and like, you know, the bouncers were really lenient. Like he knew it was a fake ID, but you had an ID. Those dive. I mean, this is a dive bar is. I think it changed when I was a kid. It was like the best place to be. Like it was dirt cheap drinks. In fact, anybody was there. You wouldn't go. I mean, you're talking about college, right? You wouldn't go now as an adult. I don't want to be there. Loud, crazy,
of course.
messy. But as 21,
It's the best.
and here's another thing. Sorry to.
Yeah, cool.
What time would you go to the bars?
Ooh.
Would you coming here?
Depends when.
People come like
What
way
age?
before last train. I mean, way before last train, right? They come and then they take last train home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Can
go
we
to
clarify
the bar
when?
after 12 o'clock.
When are we starting? Like, are we talking about
Friday
what
night?
age? What age?
Bro, at 21, remember?
21.
Okay,
so
okay.
If it's just when you start drinking, then and you don't have much money, I'd probably do some pre-drinking, and then I would go to the the pub, and then I would go to the club. That's usually
No, in
the time.
America, you don't. Wherever you're going, you don't get there
Till late.
Till late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
and
not
you're already
saying-
hammered. Like you're already like you
Yeah,
need
but
one
you'd have
drink.
some beforehand.
Of
yeah?
course, you
Yeah,
drink.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Same.
But you would never get there 9 o'clock. Who's there at 9 o'clock?
Yeah,
Unless
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
happy hour, 2-for-1
Or,
drinks.
or
But
like a pub. You
In
might
the
get there at
UK, you
9.
would definitely go earlier than. Yeah. You'd meet all your
Yeah,
friends
but
there potentially if you're not doing
right after
pre-drinking.
work because it was like you got out of work and it was from 6 to 8 was 2-for-1s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was different.
Fridays.
And happy hour
Happy hour,
was
yeah.
like we had a lot of happy hours.
Anyway, when I was 18, I was part of a football team. I played football for I can't tell you how long, but I was in the men's team from 16, and then when I turned 18, after the match, my birthday was on a Saturday, so I played, and we always went
about
in
lucky.
for like to have a conversation afterwards or whatever.
Nice.
And then they made me stand on a chair, the team, and then they bought a drink, which was a pint glass full of double of the top shelf, which is like the
best of the
spirits,
Fancy stuff. Yeah, yeah.
spirits
shelf.
with a little bit of mixer in, and they
Yeah,
made me
yeah.
stand on the chair and down it. I was basically
Yeah.
gone after.
Wait, a
that.
whole thing
Whole
of
bottle?
just
One pint glass, and it's
Oh,
basically
just
just spirits
hard.
and a little bit of coke at the top.
It's wild.
Yeah, it was horrific. Yeah.
the things
Yeah, my
you
mum-
were. That's called hazing. Where I'm
My-
coming from.
yeah, well, that
That's
that
a
was
haze.
sort of like a one-off thing, and they did it with everyone who turned 18, but there was not really anything after that. So.
And your mom was excited to.
No, she still talks about it to this day.
Yeah.
Fuming about it, of
Yeah,
course.
that's wild.
So for you, you would meet at your friend's house if you were going for drinks. How about
Definitely.
yourself?
Yeah, normally like you would finish up work or uni for the day, you would go to your house, have a meal. So
Okay, yeah,
that's
sure.
like a
Yeah, of
cheaper
course.
option.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
you
you
don't
have to
play
eat.
without. Do you guys eat after too as well?
Yeah, what's
usually.
big in
We'll come to that,
Australia
we'll come to that.
is getting a kebab after
Yeah,
drinking.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, back to the schedule. You'd have a meal. Maybe if you're living at home, your mum's dinner or whatever. Cook up a quick meal, and then you'd go to your friend's house. Maybe like 8, 9, drink, and then normally go straight to the bar or club afterwards.
After 10, right? After 10.
After like 11,
Right.
Yeah, 11, even midnight.
Yeah. Same.
But then that's also linked to the public transport. In Melbourne, on Fridays and Saturdays, they have all-night public transport.
Ah.
See, America, we don't. Yeah, same in New York City. In America, we don't enjoy going to the club or the bar. That they even have like if you come in before 11, it's free. So like the club,
Right.
like they try to get as many people to come after 12 because nobody wants to be there when it's dead.
Yeah.
So they even have it so like free to come in. So we used to try to get there like 11:30 or something like that.
On the
So-
dot.
Yeah. But there's a line there at that time. Right?
Yeah.
But that's how we didn't. It was so. I mean, this is years ago. I feel, But we same. Go to someone's house and then someone buys a bottle and then For us, for me and my boys, it was Jack and Coke. There was
Okay.
Jack Daniels, Coca-Cola. That's it. And like as when we were younger, you try to sneak it in.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
try any way to sneak it into the bar. So and sometimes you would sneak it in. My boy had like a thing, and we would just go to like a corner and add it, and we wouldn't pay. Mind you, this drinks for over $10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
expensive.
But one thing in Australia is we've got a lot of tradesmen. They're called tradies in Australia, and they'll finish work at like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock because they'll start at like 4 in the morning. So if you're walking past the bar at 3 p.m., sometimes you just see a bunch of tradies there with like all their beers.
Hammered, right?
Yeah. Just
Yeah, it's
because
common in England as
they've
well.
got to go to sleep at like 8, to wake
yeah,
up.
yeah.
So that's one popular
same.
thing.
Yeah, so that's an interesting thing. Like a lot of retired people go out for drinks. When I was younger, I don't know since the pandemic because everyone's been skint, but a lot of retired people would probably go for a beer lunchtime.
Yeah.
That's where they socialize.
Yeah.
That's their daily routine.
Also,
Yeah.
you mentioned that if you pass the middle of the day, what is the day that you guys drink? Because for us, we would drink
Friday,
Well,
Saturday.
like, if you-
Friday, Saturday.
unless it's a happy hour, right? Like at a restaurant eating, it was like weird. Like someone says on a like people watch the show Cheers and they drink like almost every day.
Right.
And like we don't do that. If you did that,
How
it's
much
like,
your mother?
You got,
So, yeah.
you got a problem. Like if you're drinking
Yeah,
that
yeah,
often, it's like for us it's like Friday night, Saturday night. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's. I was part of 2 darts teams, a football team, cricket team. So I played darts Tuesdays,
Man,
Thursdays.
you are so
You got a lot
Fridays.
of things, huh?
Saturday,
so athletic.
potentially 5 days. Athletic darts, but I was back in the day. But 5 days potentially you could be potentially in a pub. Doesn't mean you're drinking necessarily, but you would be
Around it.
Yeah, you'd be
When
around it.
the pub you go to eat, like you literally go.
No. It's nothing to do with eating. Just drinking mainly. You could be eating there, but that's the byproduct. That's not the reason you go.
Do you guys have pub meals like chicken
yeah,
parma?
Hamburger or something.
Hamburger, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that was a very popular thing in Australia too. Pub meals,
Yeah.
like a good place to get a steak and a
Yeah,
beer.
for us,
Yeah.
those dive bars usually had like the place we went. It was called Jake's Dilemma. I remember that. And it used to have the
Jake's
restaurant
Dilemma.
yeah. And it used to have the chicken place, barbecue chicken, right in the back of it. So we used to go to like if it's crowded, you'd be like, no, we're going to the restaurant.
Right.
And we go eat, and then that's it. And we just stay in the front, and then we just drink.
But you don't have pubs, no?
Bars.
But I think a pub and a
Do you
bar.
have like Irish pubs and stuff? Like
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
I'm
Different.
from, so like where I'm from is called I mean, like where I live is in the middle of Washington Heights, was predominantly Dominican, and then it's Inwood, at least at the time, and it was predominantly Irish. So my neighborhood had tons of Irish bars. I mean, tons.
Yeah.
I mean, the legit, from what I would assume in England looks like, and we had tons of them. I don't know if they're still there now.
I'd say a pub and a bar are slightly different. I don't know.
No, it was
Yeah.
called the Irish pub, the actual name.
Pub is like comfy seating,
Same.
There is a
time.
bar, but sometimes people whatever you really just go there for your drinks or something. And then quantity. Talk to me about quantity. What is a usual night? Would you say?
If you drink
drinking?
anything more than 3, you're an alcoholic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would.
You guys drink.
That's
The shit that you guys drink is
that's
crazy.
unbelievable.
No way.
Oh, man.
3.
Bro, first of all,
3 is breakfast, my guy.
Hair of the dog.
No, I was talking to this guy. I was like, who the f drinks like that? Honestly, the way that you guys talk about drinking, I would have had an intervention with you guys. I'm like, yo, why are you drinking that much?
1 minute. Can I just qualify something? What about the pre-drink? You said you go to someone's house.
Yeah,
and drink.
You only have 3?
You have
Free for the whole night.
You have a
What?
drink or two,
That's
right?
crazy.
You have
Yeah.
a drink or two, and then you go and you have a drink or two.
So what time do you start drinking if you were to go
If
out?
my friend would go, I had a friend of mine who's a true alcoholic. My friend was such a alcoholic that we would take his wallet
No
when we
way.
entered the bar. So somebody would have his wallet. Listen, somebody would have his wallet, and he would still be drunk by the end of the night. So he got free drink, and he would drink like 6 drinks. And we're like, yo, bro, that's too much.
Max,
You
regular.
guys are
That-
drinking, but
that's a
remember,
Tuesday night, brother.
you guys drink a lot of like just beer, right?
Yeah. We
Right.
drink a lot of beer.
Right,
Well,
we drink a
do.
lot
I
of
don't know about
mixed-
you guys.
Australia as well.
We drink
yeah.
a lot of mixed drinks.
Mixed drinks, okay.
So
Spirits,
usually,
yeah, it's
yeah,
different.
usually you have, like we used to have this thing called Incredible Hulk, and it was like Hennessy and another drink, and it was green. But it had like 3 different drinks.
So
2
that's like
shots each.
3 drinks in
So
itself.
like
Okay.
one drink, you're
That makes
really
sense.
getting a drink with 3 or 4 different shots.
Right,
A longer
right.
iced tea has like 4 different alcohols in
Yeah,
it.
true,
So
true.
one drink
Yeah, it's powerful.
is
Yeah.
powerful. So for us, it was like, okay, yeah, I had friends who would drink like 5 beer, but even like a 6-pack, I'm like, homie, you still drinking a 6-pack? Come on, you getting trashed.
Yeah.
My
No.
father used to drink beer, and I remember
Okay.
my father buy a 6-pack, and he wouldn't finish the 6-pack.
Okay.
And my father's a big dude.
Yeah, but
You guys are drinking crazy.
But one thing I will say is that you mentioned it.
Irresponsible.
When I was living next to the casino, we had like a cocktail bar there,
Yeah.
and the drinks were like $25, you know, in the casino.
Yeah.
So there you would only have like 3.
Yeah, of course.
But they were like the what you said,
$25.
like triple
$75.
shots.
No, 25 Australian bucks.
So like
Yeah, but 75
About
or 50 bucks
15.
sounds crazy.
yeah. But we were playing at the casino.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
You get free drinks and stuff. So yeah.
Nah, man, we don't drink like that.
Yeah.
Mind you, do you guys drink like a glass of wine with dinner or something?
Some people do.
Yeah. If you've already corked
I
it,
think
you might
it's
as well
more,
finish it.
That's more common. People are more accepting of like a wine with dinner than they are anything. I think
It's kind of relaxing, right?
I would have to ask my friends
Yeah.
again. But if you're drinking over 3 drinks and it's like a couple times a week, you're an alcoholic.
Yeah,
I can't believe
I
it.
think
way.
I think an
Because-
alcoholic is once a week. I think the actual term alcoholic is
Yeah,
once.
but your definition and ours is different.
Yeah, it's
Nah, you guys
completely
drink
different.
we have
obsessively.
something called a session beer. Do you have session beers?
I don't know what that is, but
something
probably.
where you can drink for a long period of time. So like it's maybe 4%.
Oh,
and you
okay,
can
light
last.
beer.
Yeah. You can
no,
last.
I never heard
Yeah.
that.
So and if I went
I
for
mean,
darts,
that's like a Coors Light, I guess.
if I went for darts, I'd be in there at 7 and leave it after 11.
That's crazy.
You know, so you'd be
If you
there
drink-
for a while.
If you're drinking like that, that's crazy.
It just is what it is,
No,
you know?
for us, like remember, I was just telling you, drinking today is borrowing from tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And then
But that's-
now,
that's adult Mike.
Adults talking here.
But yeah,
Definitely
10,
do that.
20 would be easy on a
now,
night out.
now I have to ask my family, like, if how often do you guys? We don't drink like that. I think Americans don't. You guys
30
drink
drinks.
way more. It's crazy.
Easy.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's,
It's
part
not-
of
it's
the
not
culture.
good, yeah,
it
I
just
don't,
is
I
what
don't
it is.
think it's. I don't necessarily
It's not
think
a
it's
good
good
thing.
anymore. Reflecting
Yeah.
back on it,
Yeah.
I think like
It's terrible, actually.
the problem is, the next day you waste a day.
Oh, bro,
yeah?
you're gone.
Yeah. You waste a day. It's like, but because you're kind of trained in that culture,
Yeah.
you know, it's difficult.
Everyone's doing it.
When you
And
just
this
say,
is- this
when
is
you
not-
just say, and if someone just went out for one, I'm just going for one.
It was
You're
a
not
joke,
drinking
right?
10.
Maybe the
Yeah.
banter. Oh my god, people would be like, just the one. What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
You
you
know?
get called a baby
Oh,
P, you know?
definitely,
Yeah.
What's
No,
that?
no,
You have a
uh,
baby P. What?
No, you get called a baby and the P word. Like that. yeah.
Baby, that sounds terrible. If you used to go out for a drink and we used to go out on Saturday, it was rare that you used to. When you're in university, you would definitely hear people do Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But once
got
you got
to, bro.
out of university and you're doing Friday, Saturday all the time, you're like, yo, you got a problem, bro. So you guys have a problem. You guys all need
In the
an
past, in
intervention.
the past. Not anymore these days. Yeah.
No, definitely.
Oh,
don't do
now
the same.
that we're talking about in the present,
Yeah.
how long are your hangovers?
Depends what I'm drinking. I would say I
True.
don't go between stuff anymore. I used to, maybe when I was younger, it'd be like a beer and then a spirit.
For
and
you, the
then maybe
mixing
something.
is what gets
the
you.
mixing
The
was
strong
killer for me.
zeros.
And then it's
No, hangover for 3 days, bro.
and then
Strong zeros are not
Yeah.
natural.
No.
bro.
no.
Nasty.
That's
Shit is
That's
chemically
Japanese.
engineered.
Yeah.
I can go for one right now though, but oh
That'd be
my
right.
God.
Good in the summer, maybe.
Bro,
more.
that makes me go to sleep. That's
Yeah.
like, oh.
I think it's all the sugar. If
Yeah,
I
bro,
drink
yeah.
sugary drinks, I feel like my
Same,
hangover
same.
is worse.
same. And
Because
also, like my
yeah.
heart rate is really high when I feel like I
Right.
drink sugary drinks now. I definitely.
But if I'm just on gin tonics and I'll have like 4 or 5, I'm fine. Like
I think
a little
4
bit
4 or
sleepy.
5 right now, I think I'll have a serious hangover.
Yeah.
Serious hangover.
I just thought shots. Do you not do shots?
If shots is everybody knows is dangerous because you're drinking and you're taking shots. It's like, oh yeah. Last night I had 2 drinks and 2 shots and I'm throwing up.
We start with shots.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sambuca.
the only time you start with shots is when you arrive late and so you're trying to catch
Okay.
up with everybody else.
That's definitely something.
If you're
as well.
clubbing, people are definitely doing shots.
Right.
You know, yeah, clubbing.
No, now my hangovers are 2 days.
Jaeger bomb?
Yeah.
Jaeger bomb, please.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
in the
you-
beer. In
I
the,
love
yeah.
that thing.
I
I don't know
can't do
people
it
really
anymore.
hate
Jaeger
it.
Oh, in the
Bomb
Red
kills
Bull.
me.
In the Red Bull,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus, Red Bull and drinking, man. For me, that I used to be like, I remember just being trashed and then going to work and like begging my manager.
It's
like,
the worst,
And
yeah.
I'd be like, yo, just please let me. And then by 12 o'clock, I was cool. Like by 12 o'clock, I can at least survive the day. Now, like it'll be 6 p.m. the next day, and I'm like, I'm going to bed.
I can't.
The
go
Hangovers is crazy. I mean, you're still young,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
the Hangovers is
Beer
wild.
is not such a problem, but the
Right.
spirits are
'Cause
just
beer-
ale as well. Because maybe do you have ale in Australia?
I'm not really a beer guy, but yeah, we do IPA as well.
yeah.
It's a big thing in America.
But
So-
bodybuilders, we don't really do the beer because it's too much carbs.
But-
So
Yeah,
we just do
same,
the
same,
straight.
same.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I built my body very well.
Building the beer belly.
Yeah, my body is
That's
built.
an investment. Listen,
My body
Beer-
is built
beer
for
belly
lasting.
builder.
Yeah.
That's an
If the
investment.
world has no more food, I won't be
Yeah.
dying first.
Yeah. True.
That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video is useful. Some native speakers having a chat, different accents. So it's definitely very interesting, I think. Can you compare which one was the most difficult to understand? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching. Speak to you next time. Ciao,
Peace
ciao.
out.